Valentine's Day. Today we are going to make Valentine's Day cutout cookies. This is dedicated to all my grandkids. They love them, but especially my little Eliza. She always wants these, especially at Christmas. So here we go. Okay. We're going to start out with 1 1/3 cups of shortening. Steady my hand. Okay. And then we're going to have 1 1/2 cups of sugar. And then we're going to add 2 eggs. And we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, that was a little more, but it'll probably make it good. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 3 teaspoons of baking powder. That's about right. And then we're going to cream that all together. You can do this with a mixer too, if you want. I like shortening in these because it's an old-fashioned Crisco recipe, believe it or not. Okay, and then you add 4 cups of flour. And it says about 4 tablespoons of milk, so I'm going to just guesstimate it. I think that's about right. Okay. Mix that all in. This is kind of a biscuity sugar cookie. I like to cut them a little bit. Cut them out a little bit thick. You want it to be able to roll, so you don't want it too wet. Yeah, my little grandchildren love these at Christmas time, but I figured I'd make them into Valentine's cookies for everybody. I think that'll do it. I'm going to get set up over there to roll them out. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've preheated my oven to 375. I'm going to get out some flour. Take some of my cookie batter. Put it on there. I'm going to roll this about, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. I like them biscuity. These cookies are so addicting, you wouldn't believe. And I got my little heart-shaped cookie cutter here. I'm going to cut those out. Should put a little flour on it. Fit them in there. Got one that escaped. And that should be good for this batch. I'm going to bring my, I did lightly grease my cookie sheet. I'm going to put them on there, oh so gently. These are going to be so pretty. My little Eliza would be so happy if she was here. So that's it, 375, and I'm gonna bake these anywhere from probably, I don't know, 6 to 10 minutes. I'll let you know. I like them to be, I'm gonna put a little flour on your spatula. And you reuse the stuff you cut out for sure. You don't want them too close because you don't want them blending together. I guess you can't really see me doing this. Always put a little flour on your thing there. We always ate the ugly ones and gave the pretty ones away, me and my kids. So I always let them do this with me because my mother didn't let me. All right, so I've got those all on the cookie sheet, and I'm going to put them in the oven, and I will be back with you. Baking, I'm going to gather up my dough. I'm going to get a little bit more to mix with it. I'm going to get these pre-cut out, and if you have multiple cookie sheets, you can do that with the multiple cookie sheets too. And then just press them out again, sprinkle a little flour again. I'm going to get these pre-cut out so I can put them on the pan. I got this little cutter at Walmart for $1.48. And it's got a ribbed side and a smooth side, so whatever you want. Okay, I just wanted to show you, just add a little bit more to it. I'll be back with you. Okay, they're coming out of the oven. Always want to. These are just perfect. I like them when you see just a little bit of brown around the edge. And I'm going to get these off here, and I'm going to get them all done, and then I'm going to show you how to make them like a pretty little glaze on them for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to let those rest just for a second so that they don't break. I'll be back. Happy Valentine's Day. These are done, so I brought you into my dining room so I have a little bit more room here. So here's all the cookies. I got about 33 cookies, I think, out of this. And what I wanted to show you is I'm going to take, I took 3 cups of confectionery sugar. I'm going to put, I don't know, probably 3 tablespoons of milk. I always just wing this and I don't measure, so you just want it to turn into like a glaze that you can spread on the cookies. Needs a little bit more, but you got to be careful with milk. And I'm also going to add my almond extract, about it, probably a teaspoon, a good teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Because this is what makes these cookies, is the almond extract. I got that at Aldi's. The almond glaze is the hot ticket for these. And I'll tell you, the kids love decorating these. They just love it. It's just milk, almond flavored extract, and milk. That looks about right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to separate this, put a little bit in this bowl so that I can add some red coloring into it. I'm just going to put a drop because I want it to be more like a pink. That was just one drop of red in there. Okay. Yeah, one drop really did it. That's a pretty color. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cookies. Should have brought a rag for my hands. And I'm going to spread this frosting onto them. I'm telling you, this almond frosting is, oh my gosh, the hot ticket. And they don't have to be perfect, like I said. The ugly ones you give away. And the ugly ones you eat, and the pretty ones you give away. And what I'm going to do is I took this sugar and added some food coloring to it, probably about a half cup. And I'm just going to put a little sprinkle on it. And then I'm going to get the white, and I'm going to put some white on them without my hands dyeing it. I'm telling you, the kids love doing this. And always put your sprinkles on when it's wet like this. And then I'm going to put a little of my homemade sprinkles on it. I thought I had some sugar, but I didn't. Look how pretty those are. Okay, when I get these all glazed, I'll get back to you. Got all the cookies decorated. And I think if I did it again, I would do 4 cups of the 4 cups. And what you want to do is you want to pick out all the pretty ones to give to your guests or your whatever. Those are some pretty, pretty cookies. See? And that concludes my, here we go. That concludes my Valentine's Day cookie recipe. And I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And love the Lord with all your heart. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye now.